these people don't realise is that I'm about to give them all this money to help them out post-floods.
Welcome to Denzel's world. And let me tell you this story from the beginning. I Googled Maps flood-affected Tumbulgum to get a general scope of establishments that more than likely would need support. In doing so, it led me to a phone call with Lee, one of the local business owners.
Tomorrow's our first day we're reopening, so...
Oh, really?
In the last episode I pitched, for every 1 view this video gets, I will donate 50 cents of my own money to someone who is immensely affected by the recent floods, but no one watched the video. Yet I still went to the bank and withdrew $1,000, then punished my bank account even more by getting fuel. So subscribe because these videos are getting expensive. The next day I loaded my van with some donations to take down to the nearby Murwillumbah hub, thank you church, and caught up with my grandparents in the morning at Keith. Spent some time with them and explained what I was about to do for the humble cafe, House of Gabriel, to which my nan responded,
"All I know is it's very nice to be there."
I eventually drove a further 15 minutes down the road to Tumbulgum and ran into this lovely couple.
We've been coming down to House of Gabriel for many years since Lee took over, and it's absolutely our favourite place to come.
And no vlog is complete without my official review of the food.
I've ordered the chicken and pesto sandwich. You know it's good toasted when the cheese pulls.
House of Gabriel was built at the end of the 1800s by a gentleman by the name of P.J. Wright. He operated a bakery here at this premises till the early 1900s. Then there was another gentleman that took over the bakery and he operated it until the later 1900s, and then it became a cafe restaurant after that. We have owned it since 2015, my wife Jo and myself.
That timber is 130 years old.
Yeah, wow.
Just imagine how many floods have been up and down here in 130 years. And look how beautiful the old building is. It's still as strong as. Kept all the beautiful history of the building and sort of modernised it a little bit, still being respectful to the history.
Why should tourists come visit House of Gabriel?
Well, I don't know if you're able to pan that camera around and just have a look at, we're right at the junction of the river, of the Rouse River and the Tweed River. Beautiful Tweed Valley with Mount Warning in the centre. There's so many beautiful places to see down here. Tumbulgum's only one small village within the valley. There's other beautiful villages that people should come down and explore. You got Murwillumbah as the main town. You got Yukai, Tumbulgum, Chillingham. You can do the whole road right around the extinct volcano of Mount Warning. There's lots of great little cafes and restaurants.
I've got one last thing for you. This is the surprise. I really felt in my heart to give $1,000 to a business owner that was affected by the floods. In this envelope is $1,000 in cash to support you guys and more so make up for lost income over the 4 weeks we've had.
Thank you very much. Like, it's just, I don't know you from a bar of soap, and you've just come into my life yesterday from a message of Instagram, and that something so big as this flood in 22 brings so many good people out of the community. On day one of the flood, a guy come along in a boat and handed us some Vegemite sandwiches because we'd eaten rice crackers for 3 days beforehand, because that's all the food that we had upstairs, and we'd had bottled water, and a simple Vegemite and cheese fresh made sandwich was just amazing. We all cried because somebody just turned up in a boat and handed us something. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
My daughter's 18 in 6 days time, and we're going to take her away for a couple of days, and I'm going to spoil my daughter and my wife.
$1,000 isn't that much money for a business, so I encourage you to come down and support local. There's so much more that was said during my time with Lee, so I thought to include an extended interview link below, and subscribe for more post-flood stories.